Okay, I'm back. Ladies and gentlemen, and I'm here to decode Dragon Ball Z for the second time. Okay, the first time I decoded this cartoon series was back in 2016, but I feel like, you know, if I give everybody a visual, they'll be able to take in the information and they'll be able to grasp the concept much better. Okay, so, you know, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get right to it. Dragon Ball Z, okay, was all about these characters right here. Okay, attempting to find 7 Dragon Balls, okay, to be granted immortality, okay, in their known universe. Okay, and I'm about to break down what each character represents. Because once again, you see these people who get to make these cartoons and, you know, who get connections in Hollywood to get their cartoons aired on national television. Ladies and gentlemen, your show, your cartoon, a sitcom, it's not going to be on, you know, FCC airwaves unless there is an agenda behind, okay, the show. You see, and all of these shows, all of these movies, they all have truth. They all have the truth of our real reality, okay, that is disguised in the show. It's not a joke, people. It's not a joke, because this Dragon Ball Z cartoon basically breaks down, you know, what went on this planet hundreds of thousands of years ago. Okay, it's about to break this down right now. Now, just gonna let you guys know, this is the history of our solar system. Okay, the first civilization in this solar system existed on a planet called Tiamat. Okay, a world called Tiamat, and then there was another world called Maldek. Maldek and Tiamat. Maldek had Elohims, okay, that were dwelling on it. They originated from the Sirius C star system, okay, and they made life on another planet called Maldek. Okay, Tiamat had other beings on it, okay, and they weren't the Elohim. Okay, they were another group of beings. But when these two planets collided, it created an explosion which gave us our asteroid belt today. Okay, everybody with an amateur telescope can go out in nature and point the telescope in the sky, and we can see the asteroid belt in between Mars and Jupiter, okay, with a telescope. Okay, and that asteroid belt comes from the collision of Tiamat and Maldek. Okay, after life was destroyed on Tiamat and Maldek, the Elohims, okay, traveled to Mars. They wanted to create humans. Okay, there was a battle over, you know, the right to create humans or not, the right to give humans godlike powers or not. They went to war. There was a weapon that was dropped on Mars. Life on the surface of Mars was destroyed. So the next closest planet was, of course, the Earth. The Draconians that were inhabiting Mars, they fled to inner Earth, okay, and the Anunnaki, the Elohim, okay, came to the surface to splice life into existence on the Earth. Okay, so when you look at Dragon Ball Z, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay, it's pretty much the same thing here. We have a character named Piccolo. Piccolo, okay, came from a planet called Namek. Piccolo came from a planet called Namek. But see, Namek is really Maldek. You see, Namek is really Maldek, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and you see, he has green skin. He has the green skin, and what's very significant is he's dressed in Moorish attire. Piccolo is dressed in Moorish attire. He's dressed in Moor attire. If you don't believe it, just look at this picture of Malcolm X. Look at this picture of Malcolm X. Look at Piccolo. Okay? Moorish attire. green skin. Green skin, just like Osiris. Just like Osiris, because Osiris was the leader, okay, of the Anunnaki. Okay? Green, dark, melanated skin. Moorish attire, came from the planet Namek. Namek is really Maldek. Okay? Namek is really Maldek. Okay? So, you know, like I said, it's very obvious right here. Green skin represents a gold or a copper-based blood. Okay? Green skin represents gold or copper-based blood. Okay? Which that is directly Elohim or Anunnaki blood, and he's dressed in Moorish attire. When you say Martian, you're really saying Mercian or Mortian, okay? Because the word Mars means the Moors who went to war, okay? So that's Namek, and now we're going to touch on the Seans, okay? The Seans, very obvious. Right here we have the Seans. Okay, these were deities that were spliced with God DNA and ape DNA. God DNA and ape DNA. That sounds familiar. Somebody else was spliced with God DNA and ape DNA, and it was the original Caucasian. The original Caucasian that was spliced into existence a little bit over 6,000 years ago, okay? That is a deity that has a piece of God and ape DNA, okay? The original Caucasians that were spliced into existence, this is what they looked like. Some of them got spliced with dog, some of them got spliced with ape, okay? It was either rhesus monkey, chimpanzee, or dog, okay? And these Seons, they were spliced with God and ape DNA. And throughout the whole Dragon Ball series, the whole Dragon Ball Z cartoon series, it was like, you know, they were trying to tap into their God DNA so much where they were trying to do away with their ape DNA. They wanted to do away with their ape DNA, and they wanted to become full gods. That's just like, you see what I'm saying? The secret societies of Caucasians on this earth. Okay? They want to trade places. They want to trade places with the melanated people on the earth. Okay? Here's some more mind-blowing information. The moon, okay, the moon in Dragon Ball Z turned Seons into a were-ape, not a werewolf. The Seons turned into a were-ape. Okay, a monster ape, by being hit with the full moonlight. If a Seon, a being that was spliced with God and ape DNA, okay, if a Seon got hit with the moonlight, the full moonlight, the Seon turned into a goddamn ape beast. Okay, here it is right here. Under the full moon, the Seons turned into a fucking ape, a ape monster, a ape beast. But when you say monster, you're really saying moonster. When you say monster, you're really saying moonster. Okay, when you say lunatic, who caused this person to turn into a lunatic? Luna did, because the moon, okay, emits EMF waves, low vibrational frequencies, into the Earth's atmosphere, and those with calcified pineal glands are not able to take the full direct EMF waves from the moon. Those deities with calcified pineal glands, okay, they will be on such a low vibration, their consciousness will go back to beast state, beast animal state. Okay, that's how the moon forms monsters. You see, the moon forms monsters because the moon manipulates the temporal lobe in the brain. Research that. The ions that come from the moon manipulate the temporal lobe in the brain, okay, which cause individuals with calcified pineal glands, to go back to animal state mentally, okay. It's not a joke. So the spliced beings, okay, the beings that were spliced with God and ape DNA, which represents the original Caucasians on the earth, it shows when the original Caucasians, okay, were hit with the direct fucking moonlight, they got turned into either were-apes or werewolves, depending on which animal they were spliced with. Okay? So the Seance, when the Seance went in front of the full moon, they were reduced to a were-ape. Okay? And if you think this is bullshit, that were-apes and werewolves don't exist, okay? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Okay, is this fake? Is this pseudo? Is this fake and pseudo? Is this another quote-unquote genetic defect? There's no such thing as genetic defects, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about genetic splicing, okay? This goes back to genetic splicing, okay? This individual has blood lineage going back to a werewolf, going back to one of the original Caucasians that was spliced into existence, okay? Okay, so all those people out there, you know what I'm saying, who want to bash my work, who want to bash other people who share this knowledge on genetic splicing, okay, you have a lot of explaining to do, because this individual right here sure does fit the category of a werewolf to me, okay? So it just goes to show you, this Dragon Ball Z cartoon, okay, whoever created it knows exactly what the hell they were doing. Whoever created this cartoon, Dragon Ball Z, knew exactly what the hell they were doing. Spliced Caucasoid 6,000 years ago, God DNA mixed with ape DNA, or God DNA mixed with dog DNA. Right here we have the Saiyans and Dragon Ball Z. The Saiyans were mixed with God DNA and ape DNA. Okay? And they were fighting a battle inside of them. Okay? What was going to take them over? Their God DNA or their ape DNA? When they went under the moonlight, they turned into a were-ape. Okay? Okay? And they do fucking exist. Were-apes and werewolves do fucking exist. Okay? This right here has to be the nail in the coffin for what I've been saying about the moon for the past 6 months. Okay? The moon is in control of our matrix. The moon is a fucking reincarnation machine. The moon is in control of the Van Allen belt over the earth. And the moon is stopping souls from escaping this earth's atmosphere. So, what happened in Dragon Ball Z? We have Piccolo here. And who is Piccolo? Piccolo was the green god from Namek, symbolizing the followers of Osiris. Piccolo was a green melanated god from the planet Namek, which was really Maldek. And Piccolo depicted the gods, okay, that followed Osiris. Okay? And what is Piccolo doing here? Piccolo is destroying the moon. Let me repeat. Piccolo is destroying the moon. Right in front of your eyes, people. Piccolo destroyed the goddamn moon in Dragon Ball Z. And didn't I tell everyone that the moon was going to have to be destroyed in order for this matrix to completely fade away? The moon was going to have to be destroyed, because the moon is basically the same object as the Death Star in Star Wars. Okay? The moon is basically the Death Star in fucking Star Wars. It is. It's an artificial object that's hollow, and it's ran by draconians on the inside. So what is Piccolo doing here? Piccolo, okay? Piccolo tapped into his microverse. So he's shooting a plasma beam, okay, at the fucking moon surface, and he blew up the moon. Okay? Because Piccolo was a green god from Namek. Okay? Symbolizing the followers of Osiris that came from Maldek. You see? You see? and it's the fucking moon that's controlling our matrix. That's why Piccolo had to blow it up. Okay? It's not a game. They destroyed the Death Star in Star Wars. They destroyed the Death Star in Star Wars. Yep. And in Dragon Ball Z, they had to destroy the fucking moon. Okay? Now we have Frieza. Okay? Frieza is a deity, okay, that was given power over the whole universe. Okay? Which means that Frieza is just another form of Ogo, is just another form of Set, is just another form of Saturn. Okay? And notice the name is Frieza. It's very cold on the surface of Saturn. It's very fucking cold. Cold and dry. Okay? You guys can read this wiki yourself. Frieza is another Set-like deity. Okay? Satan, Saturn, Set, Ogo. Same deity given rulership over this third dimensional realm. Okay, right here. Here is the Frieza clan. Okay, I guess the different forms of Frieza. Okay, and notice you see about 3 of them with the horns on their head. Okay, the horns represent the same fucking thing as the Baphomet. That's why the Baphomet is part male and part female. Well, guess what? If you ever heard Frieza talk, you aren't gonna know if Frieza is a man or a woman. Frieza sounds just like a fucking hermaphrodite. Okay? Just like the goddamn Baphomet. You see? Because the Baphomet is Ogo. Because Ogo was born with no sex. Okay? Ogo was a hermaphrodite. Satan is a hermaphrodite. Okay? Just like fucking Frieza. Okay? Baal. Frieza can also be depicted as Baal. Okay? Right here we have Majin Buu. Majin Buu, okay, these are shape-shifting archons. Shape-shifting archons who can go to 3rd density or 4th density. Right here, you have Evil Buu. Evil Buu has gray skin. Okay, so these are symbolizing the grays. The grays can go in and out of the 4th and 3rd dimension at will. The grays can go in and out of the 3rd and 4th dimension at will. They are archons. The grays are archons. The fucking archons are Caucasoids from the past that traveled to the future. Okay? The archons are white people, Caucasian people, who traveled back to the future. Okay? They traveled to the past, okay, to try to get a soul, to try to undo what Yakub did. Okay, to try to get the God particle in their system. Okay, so they won't have to be artificial anymore. Okay, so when you look at the grays are really the Caucasians of the future that traveled back in the past. It's the same thing, okay, with these deities right here. They're shapeshifters. They're shapeshifters. Right here you have Evil Buu with gray skin. Okay? And their goal is to become godlike. They want to have the melanin. They want to have the carbon in their body. Okay? Right here, we have Cell. We have the another antagonist named Cell. Okay? One of these cells right here was spliced with about 2 Scions. He was spliced with about 2 Scions DNA, a droid, and an insectillion, an insectoid human. So an insectoid human, 2 Scions, and a droid. That created this cell. But see, there's other cells who are strictly insectoid human. And these insectoid humans are insectillions. They're the same insectillions that dwell in inner earth. Okay? And notice his name is Cell. Uh-oh. You know why his name is Cell? Because he mastered his microverse. He had complete power over his cell structure in his body. He knew that the planet, that the earth, okay, that all worlds were cells of the Creator. He knew that all worlds were cells of the Creator, and he had power over his cells in his body. You see? He had power over his microverse, which made him a god. You see? But he was an insectillion. You see? He had insectillion DNA, and these insectillions dwelled in inner earth. You see? You see? Right in front of our face. Right in front of our faces, people. Right in front of our goddamn faces. You see? These people who create these famous cartoons, these famous shows, these movies, I'm telling you right now, these video games as well, these creators of these video games, the creators of these cartoons, the creators of these shows, the creators of these movies, you cannot be you cannot be in that society. You cannot be given that power. You cannot be given that ability to be in that society unless you are a Freemason. Period. You cannot have the ability to make a famous cartoon, famous show, okay, a well-known movie, okay. You cannot do that unless you are under some form of a Freemasonic doctrine, okay? Because all of these people creating these shows, creating these movies, okay, creating these video games, they all depict our truth. They all depict our true reality in hidden sight. Okay, this is not a coincidence, people. This is not a coincidence. It's not. Okay? They know the secret. They know the secrets of this world's history. Okay? The truth is in the goddamn cartoons. The truth is in the goddamn movies. The truth is in the goddamn video games. Okay? Not in the public miseducation system. Okay? Cell is an insectillion, and it even says it in his description. Okay? That a piece of his DNA came from a insect-like humanoid being. Okay, you guys can read his Wikipedia if you want. I'm not going to be too long-winded on this. That's really all I had to say on Cell. There was another creature known as Beerus, okay, the god of destruction, which means he was a follower of Set. And even if you look at Beerus's appearance, he's a skinless cat, and that skinless cat from Kemet, okay, is known as a Sphinx, okay? So right here, you see that the creator of Dragon Ball Z was getting his fucking ideas from Kemet, okay? Okay? Right here, we have a Kemetic god named Beerus, god of destruction, shown in Dragon Ball Z, okay? That's how they get these fucking ideas, okay? Piccolo wearing Moorish attire just like Malcolm X, green skin just like Osiris, okay? When you say Martian, you're really saying Mercian, you're really saying Mortian, okay? Because the original Moors, okay, were traveling the celestial seas, okay? The Saiyans spliced, okay, from God DNA and ape DNA. They are the original Caucasians on the earth, okay? Okay? And when the Saiyans got hit by full moonlight, they turned into were-apes, okay? Were-apes and werewolves actually exist. If you don't believe it, just somebody please tell me what the fuck is this, okay? What in the hell is this? You cannot deny genetic splicing. You cannot deny that the moon was put here to keep humanity on low vibrations and to control the Van Allen belt over the earth, to stop our electromagnetic energy from leaving this earth's atmosphere. So the moon is in control of a goddamn electromagnetic prison over this earth. And the only way we can escape is if we blow the goddamn moon up. That's why they had Piccolo blow up the goddamn moon, just like they did the Death Star in Star Wars. Okay? Okay? And then, Frieza is the fucking hermaphrodite giving power over this third dimensional universe, just like the goddamn Baphomet. Ogo, Set, Satan, Bao. Okay? And Maj the Boos are the Greys, okay, the Archons, and Sail, okay, represents the insectillions in inner Earth, okay? That's really all I had to say on this topic. I appreciate everyone who supports RFG and Atlantean movement. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's the Chosen One, man. I'm out.